Close your eyes, visualize, and repeat after me.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony Max. Y'all know I do it to the max. Coming back at y'all again with another fantastic episode of Truth to Life, where we discuss real life issues that affect real life people in real everyday life. This is my first episode of Fair Use. So, hey, I hope everything goes well. I hope you guys really enjoy the show. Before Kevin Samuels passed away, he was talking about a group of modern women who fit into certain specific categories. So for all of the detractors and those who were angry at him or hated him or whatever, as well as those who supported him, this video is probably going to be for you more than likely. So average at best, which is the one that put him on. Another category was the most recent category, leftovers. So if you are average, which is between a 4 and maybe a 5, 6 or better is above average. So a 4 or 5 is right at about average or below. So for those of you ladies that fit into that category, that's just physical appearance as far as your face, pretty. Those who are overweight, if your waist is bigger than a man's waist, or if you're just bigger than a man, period, in your weight. Those who have kids or too many kids that are looking for a husband. And the specific husband, here's the point, the specific husband that you're looking for, what though that level of man, that type of man is looking for, what do they want? Other women that don't have the proper psyche, even though they are physically attractive and appealing and no children and everything else is great, even successful, PhDs and bachelors and masters, etc., but they do not know how to psychologically, emotionally maneuver themselves in such a way to navigate a successful relationship with a man that would hopefully result in marriage until death. That's the whole point. So, with that being said, I hope you got your pen and your pad because you're going to need it for this episode. You ready? Come on, let's dig in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to do much talking right now. I'm going to come back in after you guys listen to Bishop T.D. Jakes address everything that Kevin was talking about in one consolidated clip. So listen close, pay attention. Now understand, this ain't T.D. Jakes speaking. This is God speaking through T.D. Jakes by way of the Bible. You can't be mad at T.D. Jakes, Bishop T.D. Jakes. You certainly can't be mad at me. I didn't write the Bible. This is just what it is. So, those of you ladies who are watching this, if you pay close attention, if you really are a Christian, for those of you that say that you are a Christian, you might not want to listen to man, but if you really are a Christian, you definitely, God commands you to listen to him. So, with that being said, without further ado, Bishop Jakes.
Celebrate within yourself and not be afraid to look yourself in the mirror and say, you did that well. You did that real well. You'll never be able to determine who you need in your life until you fill your own void. You'll choose somebody out of your pain, and then when you get well, you don't want them. I call it marrying your nurse. You're attracted to them because you're sick, and they're good at making you feel better. But then when you get better, you have no purpose for them in your life, and all of a sudden you say you've outgrown them. No, you haven't outgrown them. You just built a world around your affliction. On the other extreme, but equally as dangerous, but the antithesis of inferiority, is the assumption that what God has given to you requires nothing of you. You don't put anything into it. You just received it, you got it, you think it ought to be there. Anything you add to your life requires your attention. If you have a goldfish, you have to feed it. If you get a cute little puppy, you got to walk it. You got to take it out. You got to clean it. You got to take it to the vet. If you buy a car, you're going to need oil. If you buy a car, you're going to need gas. Anything you add to your life is going to require more of you. Stop adding more than you're willing to maintain. Say this word with me. No. Some of you have said yes so much because you assume that you are collecting whatnots to keep on a shelf, but in reality, you keep saying yes and not really taking care of what you already got. You keep adding more and more and more and more to your life, and then somewhere on some therapist's couch, you say, I'm overwhelmed, and I'm nervous, and I got anxiety, and I guess you do. To him whom much is given, much is required. This grandiose mentality that you have has led you to a place of utter frustration. You underestimate what greatness costs. I'm going to say that again. You underestimate what greatness costs. This is a dangerous thing. You don't seek to keep up, advance your skills, study or work out. You don't seek to maintain the relationship, keep it spicy and interesting. You think I got that on lock. You do not have that on lock. You have, come on. You never have it on lock. You don't have your husband on lock. You don't have your wife on lock. You don't have your career on lock. You don't have your child on lock. You don't have your mama on lock. You don't ever have anything on lock. That's why you got to celebrate people while you have them. You have to love them while you got them. You got to pour into them while they're there. You don't have it on lock. Somebody is after your job right now. Somebody's after your spouse right now. Somebody's after your house right now. Somebody's after your position right now. Never fall into complacency and think that you are so wonderful that your just being there is all that's required. No. Complacency will not do it. You have got to put some grind in it, some sweat into it, some work into it. That's why you don't need too many its. Because every it you take on is going to take something from you. It's going to give something to you, but it's going to take something from you. And there may not be enough of you to handle all the places you said yes to. And you've got to be able to evaluate, am I a pint-sized container with a gallon-sized appetite? Complacency expects reward without sacrifice. You want to be rewarded as if you were doing more than you're really doing. They take people, places, and things for granted. That's all it means. You just take them for granted. You just think they'll always be there. And often blame anyone, past, present, or future, to avoid taking responsibility for outcomes. You'll even blame God. God didn't come through.
Did y'all hear that? I know y'all heard the same thing that I heard and saw. Here's the deal. You have too many entitled women out there, modern women with an inflated sense of themselves who think that they are much more deserving than what they really are. They think that they're doing work or more work than what they really are. But you just heard what the man of God said. Bishop T.D. Jakes just said, or God just said by way of speaking through the mouthpiece of Bishop Jakes, that y'all take y'all guys, when God blesses you with something, you think that that's free. You think that you you supposed to sit there and just continue to do what you've been doing. But that's not how it go. When you have a baby, you don't get to sit there. Well, tell you why. Because it's gonna cost you. Children cost. It's gonna cost you mental energy, physical energy, emotional energy, across the board. Not to mention sleep. A good man is gonna cost you staying in shape. A good man is gonna cost you limiting yourself or adjusting your diet to make sure that you look good for your man. A good man is gonna cost you adjusting your attitude at all times to make sure that you don't step out of bounds with your man with a reckless mouth. And the list goes on. But the problem is, y'all have an underestimation of the value of God's gifts. See, it's a lot of women that ain't had the chances, the opportunities that y'all have had. It's a lot of y'all that I'm a PhD and I got my master's or my bachelor's and I make XYZ $100,000. I'm a six-figure income. We do not care about your money. We don't care about any of your possessions. Men who have money, men who are, and I don't even mean rich men. I mean guys that are just hustlers, everyday hustlers from middle class America, Black America. We get out there and go get it. We're not thinking about what you got or what you don't got. We don't care about what you got or what you don't got. Period. It doesn't matter. You're a woman. You're not really supposed to have a whole bunch anyway, because your job, your purpose on this planet is to help your man to meet the responsibilities and obligations of the household. That means, whether that may mean a part-time job or a full-time job or whatever the case may be, you're helping your man, and that depends on the level of financial success that he may happen to be at any particular given time. So I really hope y'all listen to that and pay close attention to what the bishop was saying. So you can be mad all day long, but can you be mad at God? So if you got an issue, take it up with God, because God's word says faith without works is dead. You can believe for a good man all day long, but when you get the good man, if you think that you're going to sit on your tail and not put in the work to keep that good man, you're delusional. If y'all on y'all laptop or y'all PC in the upper right-hand corner, click on the banner. You'll see the links in the banner, Cash App, PayPal, different ways to support. I got a clothing line. You get you some t-shirts, P.L.A.Y.A, and my music. I do music. I made a project a long time ago. That's it's still selling. And hey, take a listen. This is some of what I made on that project that you hear in the background right now. I'm currently working on my other projects, so just stay tuned. I'll definitely let you guys know first. I just barely finished working on my Instagram page. It's up and running. I'm going to put that link up there as well. And hey, just keep those subscriptions coming. I really appreciate the love and the support. Thanks a lot. We're going to keep Kevin Samuels alive, baby. Much love to you. Peace and progress to next week.
How easy is it to subtract the life from planet Earth? And greasy niggas never live their life for what it's worth. Life is like a tree, niggas speak to many branches. Different thoughts, different choices, different circumstances. 6 degrees of separation.